Heartbreak feels like the end, like someone reached into your chest, took something sacred, and just walked away with it. You can't eat, you can't sleep, you question everything, your worth, your value, your future. But let me tell you something that will shift everything for you. Heartbreak is not the end. It's the beginning. Now let me say that again. Heartbreak is not the end. It's the beginning. I know what it is to love someone so deeply, to give someone your soul, to see your future in their eyes, only to have it suddenly ripped away. And no one really teaches us how to grieve that kind of loss, because that person is still alive. They're not just like yours anymore. But that kind of pain, that's a spiritual initiation. And let me be clear, you are not broken. You are being rebuilt. Let's be real, most of us don't actually miss the person. We miss the potential, the version of them that we created in our heads. You are not crying over the real version of that person. You are crying over a fairy tale that you invented in your head. And we tend to do this. We tend to create this great version of someone that actually doesn't exist. And there's a really good quote that I read by Aubrey de Grey, and it says, and I quote, "Don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a long time making it." And that is so true. You deserve a real love, aligned love, constant love, not breadcrumb energy, not someone who doesn't know what they want. Now it's important to give yourself the space to feel it. If you need to scream, scream. If you need to cry, cry. Write those letters that you'll never send. But then we have to stand up. Clean your room, wash your face, go for a walk. You are allowed to feel that loss. But what you aren't allowed is to let it become your identity. And just keep in mind that the wound is the place where light enters you. And just remind yourself of that. Let this pain crack you open, because that is where the real transformation begins. And feel those feelings, cry, do whatever you need to get it out of your system. But the most important thing is that you don't let it define you. Now this is where the real shift happens, because they didn't just leave you or whatever they did to you. They freed you. You are no longer shrinking yourself for someone who didn't value you. And what does that mean? That means that your healing, your joy, your future, all that is in your hands now. And that is so powerful. You get to reintroduce yourself to you, rediscover what you like, who you are, and who you want to be. And also start doing the things that you used to love. Go to places alone. Take yourself on solo dates. Just take yourself out and learn to be that main character again. One of the most beautiful things I've learned from pain is that pain is a teacher, and every heartbreak carries a message. Maybe it taught you boundaries. Maybe it showed you what you'll never tolerate again. Maybe it taught you to value yourself more. Maybe it woke you up to your worth. So change your environment. You know what they say, you can't heal in the same environment that broke you. So change your environment, change your mindset, change your circle. This is your rebirth. Anything that doesn't do you good, get it out of the way. You need to remember this, and I want you to listen to me. You don't need another person to complete you. You need to complete yourself. It may be hard, but you, at the end of the day, you've only got yourself, and only you can help yourself. So you must remember that you complete yourself. No one can do that for you. I know that maybe sounds cliche, but let me say it differently. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you are. So focus on becoming that highest, most magnetic version of you. Heal your nervous system. Take care of your mind. Get into your body and be that peace that you crave, and be the love you longed to receive. Now, if you're in the middle of a heartbreak right now, I totally recommend that you get these books. Now, this is not sponsored. I wish it were. But these are books that will help you get through that process of that heartbreak and become that best version of yourself. For example, the first book that I recommend is Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And what this book will do, it will reconnect you with that feminine power that you have. Attached by Amir Levine. And this is to understand your patterns in relationships, so totally recommend it. The Mountain Is You by Brianna West, which this one I have also recommended in other videos. To change that self-sabotage into self-mastery. Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. Understand how to release emotional blocks and elevate your vibration. So if you have time and if you find yourself overthinking, spend that time reading books and it will help you in that healing process. Okay guys, let's see what the angels have to say about this. So let's see what message they have for you during this heartbreak that you're going through, this period of learning that you have to go through. I'm just going to close my eyes, focus my energy on you. This one, duality. So let's see what duality has to say. Within you are shadows of dark and beams of light. The divine is reminding you to embrace the duality that is your individual spark. The spark is being ignited and is ready to illuminate the path ahead. And our affirmation is, I fully embrace who I am and allow change where it is needed. I trust the duality within me. Very good card, and I totally agree with it. And just get back to that spark that you had. And it's true that sometimes you lose that spark of yourself when you're in a relationship that wasn't meant to be. And I find that it's so beautiful to get that spark back after a heartbreak. You feel like yourself again. You feel like life is beautiful. So I think that is so great, that process. I know it can be hurt. I know it's hurt. It's difficult because you're hurting, you are sad, but just give it time and I'm sure you will feel much better than you're feeling now, and you will be much wiser and just a better version of yourself. This heartbreak hurts because love mattered, but it also teaches you that you are whole even when someone walks away. You are not hard to love, you are not too much, you are not unworthy, you are just being directed. So if you're in that dark place right now, this is your sign not to go back, not to beg, but to rise, to walk forward with grace, to hold your head high, because that light at the end of the tunnel, that is you. And one day you will look back. I know it's hard right now, but trust me, one day you will look back and thank this heartbreak for making you the woman that you were always meant to be. I mean, literally, when I was going through my heartbreak, I just in that time, that song "Thank You Next" came out by Ariana Grande, and it's totally true. There will come to a point in your life when you're actually grateful, like, if I hadn't been through that, I wouldn't be the version of myself that I am right now. And I know it's hard to see, but trust me, give it time, and one day you will say, I'm actually grateful that this happened to me. Okay guys, if this video helped you, send it to someone who's also in that healing process. And remember, this pain has a purpose, and it's building a version of yourself that is unshakable. So just remember, don't just heal, evolve. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. If you made it all this way, thank you very much for watching. If you could like, subscribe and comment, that would be great. It really helps me out. Remember, I post videos every Wednesdays and Sundays. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.